What's going on, guys? Antonio Seymour here from Seymour Creations, back at y'all with another video. This time I want to do this video in response to someone asking me in the comment section to do a video about how I make labels. All right, so here I am on the Avery website. This is what I normally use to make my labels. I use the Avery 5160s to make my labels. So I use their platform. They have, they have their own software where you can go ahead and do that, and you can have them printed, or you can print it yourself. I normally print my own labels. So let's go ahead and get into that if that's what you just decide to do, which is what I recommend because it's easy to find. The labels are everywhere. You don't have to, really worry about, um, getting a specific type of label printed at a print shop or whatever the case may be. You can do this at home, and it's really easy. All right, excuse the background noise. My kids are up, running and playing. Hold on one second. I got to sneeze. Give me 1 second here. Okay, now it went away. So let's get into it. So the first thing you want to do is come to the Avery website. Right here where it says templates, you want to say find a template. All right, so you want to go in, you want to type in your product number. Mine is 5160. All right, so we're going to select that, and then we're going to go start design. Or you can click let us print it for you, and they'll print it for you. All right, so here's a whole bunch of templates that they pre-made templates that you can go through, and everything can be edited if you want to, or you can make your own from scratch, which is what we're gonna do today. All right, so we're gonna make this really easy, guys, and you can make this as crazy as you want. You can go as in depth with this as you want, but we're just gonna keep it really simple right here. All right, so here is the Avery Print and Design software, so to speak. It's the built-in software that they have for their website. So just a quick look around. All right, at the top, this is where you're going to have all of your editing tools like undo, copy, paste, align, arrange, background, zoom, and the view. On the left side, this is where you're going to have all of your customizing tools, where your text tool, your add image, import data. You're going to have your shape tool, your barcode, sequential numbers, and so on and so forth. On the right hand side, right over here, this little box where it says edit all, you want to make sure that that's selected if you want to print one label for the entire page. Each page comes with 30 labels. So if you want to print 10 of one thing and then 10 of another thing and then 10 of another thing, you'll have to go ahead where it says edit one and select that. Then you'll have to go through and do each individual label. All right, but for today, we're going to go ahead and click edit all, and we're going to go into that. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go down to the shape tool, and we're going to we're going to click where it says, go up here where it says add a shape. We're going to select that. All right, and now we're going to take this basic rectangle and we're just going to make it real simple. All right, we're going to drag it all the way up and out of the safety area. This little gray dotted line, the preparations, this is the safety zone. Everything within this zone right here will be printed. Anything outside of that won't be printed. All right, but in this case, I'm not concerned about um, getting the box right within the safety area, and it will snap to the line if you want to um, do that. But for me, I'm not really worried about that right now. All right, so we're just going to drag this over to the right hand or to the left hand side, and I'm going to take the outline off. Now, the outline is if you want to add another a line on the outside. It's pretty much self-explanatory. You see here there's a line on the outside of the box creating a border, uh, basically. All right, but I'm going to take that off because I don't need that. I'm going to drag it up. I'm going to just select the color right here, and I'm going to change that to blue. All right, and then if you know the color that you want to use, like say you want to use a specific color, here's a number system right here. You can go ahead and put your number in, the number of that color, and that way it'll come up that way. You can also select right here. I'm using swatches right now, but you can come up here to where it says color wheel, and you can get more precise and even more in depth and more detailed about your color. But for today, for the sake of the video, we're just gonna keep it simple blue. All right. Now these bubbles And just say on there, this is how you're gonna edit your square or rectangle. This one here allows me to drag it up and around. Pretty much I can move it pretty much any way I want. Diagonal, up, down, however you want. This one allows me to bring it left to right. And this one up and down. And then the blue rotate. Alright. So let's see. We got that. Now let's go ahead and go to the text tool. Right here is where it says text. You select that. I don't want a curved text. You could do a curved text if you wanted to, but we're going to just do a straight. So you're going to click add, and we're just going to put your name. Alright, and you can do the same thing here. We're going to drag that down. Now if you hover just above, when you see the 4 arrows pop up, that allows you to move it. Click it, move it. Alright, so now we're going to, if you want to change the size, you need to select it and highlight it. And once it's highlighted, then you can come over here and you can change, you can underline it, make it bold, you can change it. We're going to make it a little bit bigger, so we're going to make it about, let's say 18. Alright, that's good. See, now it's popping up and let me know you're out of the safety zone. So I need to drag it up and place my name where I want it to be. Alright, so alright, let's go in. I'm going to highlight it again right over here where it says Arial. This is where you can change the font type. Alright, so let's just make it something like this. For now, that'll work. We can align it to the left of the page, in the center, to the right, or however you want to align it. Here you can change the transparency, which just basically makes the name see-through. So if you had something underneath it, or you wanted to put a pattern over it or something like that, that's when you would use something like that. And if this was a curved text, we would use these down here to change the curvature, change the angle of the curve. Alright, now that's pretty much that. It's very easy, guys. There's really not anything difficult about this. Just kind of come in here and take your time and go through it. They really make this very simple and easy for anybody to follow. So I would definitely recommend using the Avery platform. If you want to do something more professional and you want to start getting into like using graphic design software, there is some free ones out there, but like Inkscape or GIMP, which is like basically GIMP is a free version of Photoshop or raster based image manipulation or photo manipulation software, and Inkscape is going to be a vector based software. So you can basically create the same type of things that you would create in an Illustrator or Photoshop. All right, so that's for a more advanced design process. But here we're just going to keep it really simple for something that anybody can do. All right, and again, like I said, once you have that selected, it's very simple, very easy. Then you're just going to come down either to the bottom right hand corner where it says print and preview and print, or you can come up to here and select that. All right, and this is going to be a preview of what you did. All right, so now mind you, like I said, we had edit all selected, so it's going to make all the same thing on one page. If you want to change that, then you're going to come here. Let me go back and see where it says edit one. I'm going to change one just so that you can see. And I'm just going to select that one, and we'll take out your, and we'll just leave name on that one so that you can see that. And then now we'll go to the print preview, and you'll see now you have just name on one label and the rest are the same. So if you want to change these, then just come back and select edit one and then select which one you want to change. Alright, so once you got that ready, you go to the print preview. If you want to print it yourself, then you're going to select print yourself. If you want them to print it for you, then you go ahead and select let us print for you. You make, pay, and they'll ship it to you. Alright, so I'm going to select print yourself. And then we're going to go to get PDF. You don't need to mess with any of the settings. They ask you if you want to save. I'm going to not save for because of the video. I don't need to save this. But you want to save it. And the reason why you want to save it is if you're ever somewhere where you're not at home, or you are out and about, say you're at a craft show or you're at a show somewhere and you run out of labels, you need to print some labels really quickly. If you can get to a printer, or you can bring a printer with you, depending on where you are, then you can always log on to the website, and your document is saved in there in your account, and you can just print that from anywhere, so that way you don't have to worry about running out of labels. All right. So you definitely want to save it. You definitely want to create an account with Avery, and you want to go ahead and do that. So now, printing tips, you can go through and read this if you like to read this. This is basically letting you know about different types of printers that you want to make sure you deselect print the page, because a lot of times when you bring up um, your printer's printing software, when you go to print something, it's going to have fit to page selected. You want to deselect fit to page, because if you select fit to page, it's not going to print correctly. All right, so click open PDF, and boom, your PDF is open and you're ready to go. So now you come up here, you want to download this onto your computer as well for added insurance, and also you want to save this onto a hard drive, or save it onto a flash drive or something like that, so that you can always have this in your own for your own reference material. And you're just going to go ahead and select print, and that's that. All right, so guys, I hope that this was helpful. I know maybe you was expecting more, but it's actually quite simple. It's quite easy, guys, to go and do this, and anybody can do this. You can do this. So don't be afraid. Don't be discouraged, or don't allow the enemy to discourage you by coming at your mind with all types of thoughts that you're not good enough, you're not going to be able to do this, it's not going to work, and all these different things that he tries to throw at us. Just know that you are not alone. That if you are saved, if you belong to the Most High, that God is with you, and that He has given you the strength. And like He said, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. All right, so never be afraid to face these challenges that come up in our life. All right, so with that being said, guys, Antonio from Seymour Creations, man. If you guys have any other questions, feel free to leave it down in the comment section below. Man, I'm out.